Hi, you guys. This has been a much talked about thing on my channel, and a lot of people have written to me asking to go over this stuff. So instead of writing letters to everyone, I figured I would just go over the ketogenic diet, low carb, high fat, whatever you want to call it, paleo. It's got so many different hats for the same thing. In my way. This is how I learned it. I am not a doctor, full disclosure. This is my opinion just based on, all the books that I've read, which I'm going to show you guys my favorites, and how I do a ketogenic diet. So, for starters, a ketogenic diet is any diet that puts your body in ketosis. And what ketosis is your body has a 3-day, it's 2-day, but some people it's more resistant, so it's a 3-day storage of glycogen in your system, which is, when you eat sugar and carbs, it turns into glucose in your body, and it gets stored as glycogen. So your body feeds off that glycogen for energy. So basically you take in calories and it burns that for energy in the form of carbohydrates. So when you go into ketosis, it's when you deplete your glycogen storage. You have no more glycogen storage whatsoever, and your brain tells your body to release a hormone called ketones. And when it releases that hormone, it has quite a few really good health benefits. One of them is that a side effect, it shuts off your ability to sense hunger. Like, I don't ever feel hungry when I'm in ketosis. This is different for everybody, but for me personally, I don't feel hungry. I forget to eat sometimes. And it tells your body, the biggest thing it does is when the ketones are released, it tells your body, hey, the glycogen storage is out. All that fat that we were eating, all the fat that's stored in our bodies, we need to burn that for energy now. So when you're in ketosis, your body burns its own fat storage for energy. So instead of, the way that I like to describe it to people is imagine a bear that goes into hibernation, and our bodies are built, we're not supposed to be eating the amount that we're eating. So when we're eating constantly and eating all this food and getting fatter, we're telling our body, I must be eating like this because I'm expecting a famine soon. So when you go into ketosis, it's kind of like triggering your brain thinking like, oh, there must be a famine. This is what we were here for, guys. Burn the fat for energy. This is why it's here. So when you go into ketosis, your body releases ketones. It tells your brain, hey, burn that extra fat for energy now because there's no more glucose and instant energy coming in. In addition to that, alcohol can be an instant energy. So when you are in ketosis, if you do consume alcohol, like say you had a vodka and soda, there's not really a lot of carbs in that unless you do like one of the flavored vodkas, which I wouldn't recommend, but or a vodka gimlet, like vodka, soda, water, lime. Your body sees that as a readily available energy source that's easier to burn than your fat. So it will actually stop you from being in ketosis, and it'll burn the alcohol, and then as soon as the alcohol is burned out, it'll go right back into ketosis if you didn't introduce other sugars. Alcohol is a slippery slope. I know me personally, as soon as I get a little buzz going, I want to eat pizza and pretzels and whatever else is laying around. So do that at your own risk. What else? Oh, I brought props. So when you're in ketosis, you pee on these keto sticks. You can get these at any pharmacy. There's other brands, but if you look this up, you can get them on Amazon and everything. You can get them at any pharmacy. Walmart carries them, and then you pee on them. And if the color changes, so here's a side. So if you're not in ketosis, it's going to come up beige. And then the more ketosis you're in, it's going to go from like a slight pink to like a dark purple. You want to be somewhere right in the middle. If you get to dark purple, it's a good sign that you're dehydrated and you need to drink more water. So I wouldn't recommend aiming for that dark purple. You want to float somewhere in the middle on those. So, like I said, this is my opinion. This is my recollection of ketosis. I've been on and off it. When I'm in ketosis, I feel like $1 million. Like I feel a lot better. And it's not until you get out of ketosis, the cravings aren't bad until I eat something that has sugar in it, and then they come flooding back because that's your body's way of going, hey, we need to fill up that glycogen storage again. There's a source nearby. Like if you taste sugar and you eat something with carbs in it, your brain is going to crave it like crazy because it's going to say, hey, something is nearby that has that stuff for our glycogen in it. Go after it. And then you're going to have like a rush of crazy cravings. So I would say don't do it. Don't cheat unless you plan on cheating for a long time. Or like just going off the diet altogether, because once you get off of it, it is harder to get back on and everything. So, that being said, the first couple days are going to be hard. You're going to crave sugar and carbohydrates like there's no tomorrow. And then by day 3, like when your body, when you pee on the sticks and you see that you're in ketosis, by the time you're in ketosis, those cravings kind of wear off. Like your body's just kind of over it. So your body can sense the glycogen storage depleting, and it's going to send you out there, and it's going to make you want to crave everything you can do to get those glycogen storages back up. And then as soon as it's like, all right, well, they're gone, so switch over to burning fat. Now we're doing this now, guys. It's going to kind of stop bugging you to eat the sugar, and the cravings are going to slow down. That takes about 3 days. But if you are in the whole, hey, we're over here, we're burning fat, we're going to do now, guys, and then they're like, oh my God, glycogen, it's going to crave it like crazy. So just don't go off it, don't cheat it. This is probably the best book that I've read, because he breaks everything down that I'm saying to an understandable level for everybody. Hopefully my delivery is okay. I would recommend reading this to anyone who wants to do a ketogenic diet. He really was like the first person who made it widely available. He was not the first person. Like, it dates back to like the 1800s and stuff. I've read research on people who were doing this way, like doctors prescribing this way of eating, way back when in the 1800s. So he's not the first guy, but he does break it down, so it's really easy to follow. That exact book, this is my little Bible of it. I've had this for years. I don't know why I put a brown cover on it. That's my old condo address. Yeah, and I just marked wherever I thought was cool. I've reread this book probably 5-6 times. Love that one. I've read this one. Not necessary. I wouldn't recommend going out to Amazon and getting it, but it's a good one. There's one tab that I use in here for vegetables. This is an awesome cookbook. I'm going to show you guys all my favorite books if you haven't caught that part yet. Awesome cookbook. This one is really, really good. This one also breaks down the ketogenic part of it. So they're saying that the more fat you eat, the more satiated you are. You don't have to, it's basically, it's ketosis. It's a ketogenic diet also, but I really like this cookbook. There's some amazing, amazing recipes in here. Here's another one of my favorites. If you guys want to get that one. This one, I think I tried maybe 2 recipes out of here. This was really old. I think I got a garage sale. Dr. Atkins Cooking Diet. This is another Dr. Atkins cookbook that I got wax on, apparently. Blew out a candle. This is my old journal, where I just wrote down. Let's see what I wrote. I recommend keeping a journal. So, I wrote down everything. A lot of people do MyFitnessPal now. I really like handwriting stuff better than MyFitnessPal because, I don't know, there's just something old school about it that I really like. So, Diet Mountain Dew. 2 coffees with cream and Splenda, egg drop soup, chicken broth, sugar-free coconut, mock Danish, meatloaf, mashed cauliflower. I just like keeping a handwritten journal because I get to go back and look on it later, especially if I'm what am I going to eat today? I don't know. I just like looking at it. This one's really good. Really, 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 really good. I have a lot of favorites in there. 350-minute low-carb recipes. This is the Ketogenic Bible. Buy this if you don't buy any other book. I would suggest Dr. Atkins' New Diet Revolution, 2002 edition. Do not get the new ones since he passed because his wife or his company or whoever changed the rules, and that's not something that's going to be conducive to what you're trying to accomplish. So get the 2002 edition, get that book, and get this book. This thing, amazing. Amazing. Ketogenic. Get that book. This one is also one of my faves. As you can see, it's seeing a beating. There's random stuff in here. I have a paper towel holding a spot in here. What is a paper towel holding for? Potatoes and cauliflower rice. Okay. But yeah, this one is really awesome. You will really like this. I'm going to be posting a bunch of recipes, and my husband is going to do this with me. So I got him for 40 days, and I can't wait to do this diet with him and meal prep and everything, and just have him do it with me because it's really nice to have a partner do it too. If you Google Linda's Low Carb, she has a website. I forget the name of it, but I know it's gnaw.com/something. That woman is amazing. She has the best recipe. She rates them 1 to 5 stars. I donate to her website. I try to donate at least once a year to her website because all of my recipes, she kind of got me started on low carb cooking. I would try her recipes first, and then I branched out to getting, recipe books and everything too, but that's free, and she has awesome recipes. Most of them have pictures. She rates them all. She describes them. Check that out. I hope all of you guys do the ketogenic challenge with me that I'm about to start. Details are going to be in the description, and I hope to see you guys soon. I post before and after pictures. Talk to you guys. So I just watched my video, and I realized I didn't even talk about like the ground rules for a ketogenic diet. So right off the rip, no sugar, that's a given, obviously. No sugar, no bread, no flour, no pasta. What you're going to want to do is take your carbohydrate count per day, you subtract fiber. I wouldn't recommend having stuff with sugar alcohols in it because it's going to trigger sugar cravings for you, but I'm human and I eat sugar-free candy and everything. So you would take your carb count, subtract your fiber, and subtract sugar alcohols because those don't have an impact on your blood sugar levels. So that's what you're going for. And then after you subtract those things, you have your net carbs. So to get into ketosis, you're going to want to stay under 20 grams of net carbs per day. And then after you've done that for a few weeks, you can add in and like do 30 grams net carbs the next week and stay there for a couple weeks, and then do 40 grams net carb those weeks and stay there for a couple weeks, and then 50 grams net carbs. And keep an eye on the scale and see when you get to where you're gaining weight again. So then you can find out where your carb level is. So if you say, okay, well, when I'm eating 60 grams of net carbs, I'm gaining a pound a week. So then you just take it back down to 50 and you stay there. And then, you can fine tune it and stay at 55 and you're like, okay, that's where I maintain. So as long as I'm 55 grams net carbs or less, I can stay where I'm at. So mine is pretty low. Mine's in the 30s. So if I go over like 30 grams net carbs, I'm going to gain weight. It's like a half pound a week. So start out with 20 though. Everyone starts out 20 grams of net carbs or less per day. So stay there for a few weeks and then take it up gradually as you go.